It all started with Mark and me living in the little cottage in the woods at camp. And, one drunken night drinking Red Dog, called it Clifford beer, uh, he said, "What if all of our friends ever came to camp and did camp with us?" And it all went from there. Fapko is important because it it brings people together. Our original idea was to take friends we had made all over the place from college, from camp, from school, from our whole lives, and bring them together because the whole thing where you know we thought people would get along and have a lot of fun getting together to give our friends like the awesome summer camp experience that Mark and I had and that we were kind of like working in while we lived at camp. Uh, we wanted to give that to everybody, and get everyone together and do camp with our friends as adults. Beer. We built Fapqua on the idea of competition, of like an Olympics. Uh, that didn't necessarily have to be like a drinking Olympics or not. Something in between. And I don't know. I think we liked the idea of organized fun. We'd had you know good experiences with organized fun. One of the seed ideas of Fapco was a I think a family reunion where there was competition in teams, and the idea of like team themes and costumes were a lot of fun, and an excuse to dress up that's not Halloween. And I think also it competition gives the weekend focus. If we were just partying for 2 days, that it would get all weird. Fun was important because you get to win, and you get to compete and join the Hall of Champions. You put your little memento in the trophy, and you get remembered forever in Fakwa history, which is very important history. To come back and be on the winning team, and after missing a year was amazing. It was a dream come true. Um, I feel like just all along the way, I was on a great team, and all along the way, just like thing after we just clicked on everything. We picked out our team really fast, and um, everyone worked together really well, and like our just ideas were spot on, and we were having so much fun from the beginning. A week before when we're just planning, the planning phase was so fun even, and I feel like we were all strong where the other team members were not as strong. We all filled in for each other so well, and it worked perfectly. We had a blast. What place did we win at the last Fapqua? Um, Fourth out of four. We were last. Even though the Christmas Critter Commandos ended up losing the thing, we still had such a crazy team experience, and we had so much fun planning and creating our costumes and our opening ceremony. Um, and we gave it our all. When you become an underdog, even that infuses a certain energy into the team, and makes every competition that much more important and that much more essential as you fall further further and further behind in the points. You're like, all right, well, this time we really gotta you know regain some points, and maybe we'll get ahead this time. Um, and so it forces you to really bring it. If you lose Fapqua, you haven't really lost anything, you know. If you as long as you have fun and make friends, that's what it's all about. There's a special bond uh, in the agony of defeat. And you go to a very special place with your team when you know that you're not gonna make it. It brings people together. It forges unbreakable bonds. Our whole idea from the beginning was to cross over our friend groups from all these different places and times in our lives because we knew people would like each other and have fun. um, and so it it creates an even more complex network of friends who then spread out across the country and go back home, and people have couches to sleep on when they're road tripping, and people to visit, in faraway places to go check out. So I think it helps deepen friendships as well as broaden horizons. I think I took the most joy from seeing the boat race. That first year, Mark and I had decided and planned like, a kind of a traditional boat race. And I feel like it was one of those last minute decisions, the magic of the moment, where he and I, we're going to announce the boat race and give the rules and everything. But right when we announced it, we decided, let's just tell him to like go like now, you know, with no prep or anything, just go. So that's what we did, and it was a riot. We there was like seven people piled in a canoe that like instantly sank, and like people were facing backwards and hitting each other with ripping their clothes off and cell phones in the sand, shoes flying, and it was a riot. It was a total riot, and Mark and I got to stand there and we just trolled every one of our friends. Everyone, we got them. You know, Playing a big trick like that was so funny. We were dying on the shore just watching the chaos. It was magnificent. It was more of a slow burn as you start losing event after event and just you can't get it together. Uh, but again, I think it makes you try harder. Every single event becomes that much more important to win as slowly it becomes clear that it's just not happening. We put the work in and we got rewarded for it. It's working. This crazy idea we had drinking beers at the cottage one night. It's still happening, and I think that says a lot about our friends, everyone involved in making it happen and participating. And so why wouldn't the next 5 years be any different? We'll be older, and we're already seeing the signs of aging in the hangovers we're experiencing, I'm sure. Um, but we're still showing up, and people are still having fun and dressing in costumes and having a good time. You go to Fakwa to be a champion. You go to Fakwa to try your hardest. You go to Fakwa to be a kid again. You go to Fakwa to make new friends.